Welcome back to the Vigilante Lab. My name is Chris Vigilante, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Aeropress. Originally invented in 2005 by Adam Adler, the same guy who invented the Aeropress Frisbee. This amazing little brew device combines immersion brewing with pressure to extract the flavor of the coffee in about 2 to 2.5 minutes. So it's a relatively fast brew time on this. I use this when I travel around the world. I find it really easy to pack in my bag, and you don't need many tools. And for 30 bucks, you're in the game right away with a stack of filters and everything you need to brew a great cup of coffee. On these Aeropresses, you have a few different components to it. You have the plunger, you have the filter, the paper filter, you have a stir stick, and you have a funnel. First thing you want to do is pre-wet your coffee filter. Once that's done, apply it to the bottom of the Aeropress and set on top. It's important that you do a quick Google search to find the best recipe for the coffee that you're using, because there is a wide array of options out there. There's even championship recipes that you can follow. Today I'm going to be giving you a basic recipe that we use at our cafes on a daily basis, using the standard brewing technique with the Aeropress. So I'm going to add 19 grams of coffee into the Aeropress. This is why the funnel is nice and useful. You want to level out the grounds, like so. Now on the water temp, you can range from 190 all the way up to 205. For the standard brew recipe that we're using today, I like to go right around 198 to 200. On the initial pour, if you're using a scale, you're going to fill it up to 100 grams. If you're not using a scale, you're going to fill it up to the level 1.5 here on the Aeropress. Methodically applying the water to make sure you saturate all the grounds evenly. Remember that every little particle of coffee has flavor in it, and by evenly saturating it, we're going to get all that flavor in our cup of coffee. Now this is the bloom period where we allow that coffee to expand, and the CO2, the gas, which is a natural byproduct of the roasting process, to release. But when we hit 20 seconds, we're going to come in with our stir stick, and we are going to stir aggressively 10 times, typically from 30 to 40 seconds. Once that's complete, fill your Aeropress either all the way to the fore or the top, depending on the strength that you prefer. And if you're using a scale, you're going to fill it up to 310 grams. You're going to grab your plunger, set it gently on the top, making sure not to actually begin extracting the coffee, but preparing it for the next step. Remove it from your scale. Now at this point, we want to just wait. As you can see, the coffee and the water are all immersed, brewing together. And this whole brew process is going to last about 2 minutes. When we reach 2 minutes, we're going to use the weight of our hand to press down on the plunger. And that pressure is going to force the coffee through that tiny paper filter into our bottom chamber. When you're doing this, I like to get a nice right angle. But remember, you just want the pressure of your hand, that weight, to do the pushing. This whole pushing process should last about 15 to 30 seconds. Now you should feel some resistance while doing this, and that's normal. That's that pressure that's helping extract the flavors of the coffee. You'll hear a little air. That's a sign that it's complete. After the plunging step, just set your Aeropress off to the side. Next, swirl your brewed coffee. Pour. After the brewing process, take a sip of your hard-earned work and appreciate the rich, full-bodied cup that an Aeropress offers you. You'll enjoy this brew method for a variety of reasons. One, it's durable, it travels really, really well. Two, you have a lot of control and a lot of options on the approach when brewing. And three, it creates a really crisp, clean cup of coffee because of that paper filter at the bottom of the Aeropress. They also make stainless steel filters, so in case you run out of these little paper filters or you prefer that oil in the cup, you can transition to a stainless steel filter and have no paper waste, as well as a thicker, more oily cup of coffee. All right guys, that's the Aeropress, one of my favorite brew methods, especially when I'm traveling. It's only been around since 2005, so it's relatively new to the game, and there's a lot of fun in brewing coffee with this device. Thanks, as always, for joining in and watching. If you don't subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do so with the link below.